Weird, weird stuff. Restream, I guess, was broken. Sorry about that, everybody. Restream was broken. It actually launched 3 streams. Not real clear. Apologies. 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 Not sure what happened there. So weird. Let's refresh this. Yeah. Live stream links in Discord. Did I live stream this morning? I don't see anything from last night. Sorry if I published something at 6 a.m. this morning. I was not awake at 6 a.m. I was not awake at 6 a.m. Crazy. Oh, Hero Wars Alliance had a live stream this morning? Like early, I guess? 6 hours ago? Yeah, 6 a.m. Huh. Yeah, I guess they had a big guild clash info dump over the last 24 hours. Let's see, 12 p.m. UTC. That's 6 a.m. Okay. Yeah. Watch the devs play Guild Clash. I don't know. Who watched it? Did anybody watch the live stream this morning? Did anybody watch it? I didn't watch it. I missed it. Yesterday, just so that everybody knows, yesterday I had to take Miss Charlie to the emergency room. She's fine now. She's resting upstairs. Everything is good. Everything is great. Things could be better for sure, but it's not anything to worry about. But we did spend a good amount of time at the hospital yesterday. That's ultimately why we canceled the live stream. And yeah, yesterday was kind of a throwaway day. You know, you don't really do much when you go to the hospital. You just wait, right? You just wait all day long. She was not in a serious situation, so obviously the emergency room doctors handle the serious people first. The live stream this morning was less than 20 minutes. Okay, well, at least they had fun, I guess. Excuse me. Welcome to the first ever Guild Clash. Who better to test the new feature live than the very people who built it? Sit back and enjoy the show. Okay, Guild Clash arrives on the 10th. Arrives on the 10th. Kind of cool. Kind of cool, kind of fun. Looks like it doesn't really correspond with any event. Sears game is going to be going in the middle of it, I guess. Stellar Skins coming a little bit later. Waited all night to get rabies shot in ER because other people were in extremists. Yeah. You know, the nature of the emergency room, it's you could get real lucky and get in and out very fast. Well, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. Just depends. Yeah, I guess I should have got up at 6 a.m. and watched this video. A little bit of support. support the content, I guess. Of course, Talisman Fever and Treasure of the Valkyries went live yesterday. David says, can you discuss with the devs about event extra new hero soul stones can convert to previous event hero soul stones rather than sell them to the shop? That's not a bad idea. I mean, I can see some pros and cons to that. Some design issues. Yeah, at the end of an event, the currency converts over to a new type of currency that you can use in a shop that's got old heroes or newer heroes or whatever in it. Sam got beat so hard. Yeah. Yeah. Sam sucks because he didn't win a single battle. Wow. Eesh. Well, I don't really want to watch the 20-minute video. I'll watch it on my own later. Let's just kind of jump through it real quick just to see what we got. It's probably going to demonetize. Oh, whoa. It shows off some of the stuff, though. This is probably going to demonetize the heck out of my my live stream. So Guild Clash is going to show up in the events section. So it's not going to be a full-time... It's not going to be a full-time activity. It's just a limited time only. So like... Sears game or the Tournament of Power. Okay. Guess we can mute this. Strategize. Oh, Clash boosters. Physical attack boost for your guild, for your team. This stream was at noon. It can't be because right now is noon. I'm kidding. Yeah, it was at 12 UTC. I mean, see, this looks, I'm sure that this is great. Like, I'm sure that this is exactly what some players are looking for. Is this AOC for mobile? No, it's more like Clash of Clans for mobile. I'm sure that some players are interested in this. The fighting modified by the buffs and the debuffs, that's a little interesting. Obviously, the tasks rewarding you. Let me put this music back on since I'm not playing the the tasks rewarding you some currency to spend in the shop. The ranking rewards for the score at the end. The lane wins, personal victories. It's good. Free rewards are good. Guild Clash awaits. Okay. Each participant is a guild master, 10 offense and defense teams per guild. Teams are run by the Hero Wars Alliance crew. Teams are built from fully upgraded hero rosters, 1 3-star booster per team pair. These are the rules, I guess, for this fight. So you have like top lane, you've got like middle lane, and you've got bottom lane. I don't know. Are we getting too far away? Can't use anyone from Chaos Faction. Are we getting too far away from like what is Hero Wars? What's this? Be creative. This is a new activity event coming to Hero Wars Alliance, the mobile version of the game. Are we getting too far away from like whenever they did the airships, whenever they added the airships in Hero Wars, I was like, this is weird. And then they didn't. I don't think Be Creative. I don't think this is coming to Facebook and web, guys. I don't think that this is coming to Facebook and web because the way that this gameplay is set up, it's more for like the type of player that plays mobile games, play games like this. And I'm not trying to say anything about mobile players. I'm just saying that there are a lot of games like this that a lot of people that play on mobile enjoy playing. So this is a way to capture more of those players that aren't necessarily interested in the idle RPG or the gacha RPG style of gameplay. I mean, PvP is PvP, right? Team building strategy is interesting to me, of course. Sometimes we just get a little overly complex, you know? They just throw in random stuff in the game to get players. Only Hero Alliance can do this. Yeah, this I don't think that this would convert to Facebook and web at all. And let's remember that this is just, well, I'm assuming, looking at this image. Wait. I've gone too far. Yeah, looking at this image right here, it clearly has an expiration date. 5 days, 14 hours. You have 2 days to register, put your teams in, set up offenses, defenses, and everything. And then, you have the 5-day event. Or maybe it's a 7-day event, and then the first 2 days are just setting up. Because, 46 implies 48 hours, right? So it's not a permanent game mode. Comes around occasionally, probably once a month. Why not? Why not? I'm actually not too opposed to having different kinds of mini games like this. I'm not opposed to it. If it's something that we have to do every day, I don't like that. I don't like having to do more chores every day, if that makes sense. I don't think anybody really enjoys adding extra stuff to do in a given day. But if it's an event that doesn't if it doesn't happen to go live at the same time as another time-heavy event like Area of Conquest on Facebook and web, for example, I guess the closest thing would be Tournament of Power or something like that on mobile. As long as it's not overlapping with stuff like that, I'm probably okay with this. Too many too often at the same time. Yeah, as long as we space things out a little bit. I talked about this in a previous video. There is a point that there is such a thing as too many things. I want the real mini games that are advertised on YouTube. Me too, man. Me too. I believe they will first test how many players will play it and will make it a frequent if it engages enough people. Isn't that what happened? So Tournament of Power, yes and no. So what happened is actually Area of Conquest was supposed to replace, on Facebook and web, Area of Conquest was supposed to replace Clash of Worlds. But that idea was overwhelmingly shut down. Could you imagine Area of Conquest replacing Clash of Worlds? I'll be honest with you, though. Clash of Worlds and Global Championship is kind of a dead game mode. I don't think... I think like the bottom... No, I think the top 20% is just toxic. By the way, I do want to say the other day I discussed a little tiff, a little argument between the Olympus guild and a Russian guild. I had said that the Olympus guild had missed on 7 attacks, and that is true, but I think I might have said that they missed on 1 defense, 7 attacks. They missed a total of 7 attacks on their whole Clash of Worlds, but not to the same person. All right. A bunch, more than one Olympus Guild members reached out to me, very upset that I misrepresented the situation. So I apologize. I apologize for that. Someone else can win if I get drawn. Got to go back to work. All right, Brentus. Good luck. Have fun. See you later. I very much do not like the new AOC format. Yeah, me either. Me either. Me either. Pain. Apparently, Olympus is getting bullied because of their notoriety. A couple of big whale guilds came to their server to show that Olympus is not as good as they think they are. I wonder why nobody comes to server 25 to bug us. I wonder. Okay, I'm done wondering. Over on Hero Wars Dominion Era. Hero Wars Dominion Era, we have a pre-order event. Electra Von Grave. The pre-order is live. Like usual, I was given a... Stop it. I was given a red 0... Let's throw this into strength. I was given a red 0 Electra to level up. I've spent a little bit of resources on her, and my early thoughts are that she might be the tank that makes Amira teams or mage teams become even more dominant. But I don't know that that's really what we're looking for right now. I did put out a video earlier today discussing how she reduces critical hit chance. The haters quickly pointed out in private messages and on the official Discord that the testing showed nothing important and that I was wasting my time and nobody cares. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah. Whatever. Glyph leveling, health, and strength are obviously the most important. Okay. But if you take a look at the Immortal Shell skill, we have a 44% conversion rate. So if you have 100,000 armor and magic defense, 100,000 armor and magic defense, you're going to gain 44,000 health. Okay. So it's not as much health. It's not a 1-to-1 translation that we thought. It's not the 1-to-1 that we thought it was going to be, but it's still pretty high. So I would still recommend you level up her health and strength glyph. Her strength glyph first and foremost. Right. I think that's going to be by far the most important. And by that metric, the strength ring is going to be pretty important as well. You know, if you're making artifact coin purchase decisions on the artifacts, which artifacts to level up first, then I would recommend probably the ring first, right? I'm still not sure exactly what problems that she solves. I want to explore some of that in today's live stream. Of course, she doesn't have her ascension. She's a tank. She's not undead, which I find very curious. Payne found the video awful. That's okay. That's okay. It's my time to waste. Exactly. She's just tank. Just tank. Mazarax. Just tank. Yep. Payne there is 0 armor, 0 magic defense. She's amazing on mobile. What kind of good team? Tell my mom, what kind of good team are you finding her with on mobile? I'm curious. I'm curious. I think leveling up her strength is the most important. I feel like with Electra, you really, really have to have her close to max in order for her to start having any kind of effect. You know, and we can't forget that Electra by herself isn't going to dramatically change the outcome of most battles. You know, she's not Lyria. She's not Isaac. She's not Sebastian. She's not going to, by herself, dramatically shift what's popular in your server's arena, guild war, what you're going to start seeing in Clash of Worlds. But there is a few teams that I could think that she might be interesting. I saw a conversation between a couple of players on the official Discord. There is a Electra team that beats both of the popular Lyria teams and also has a pretty decent win rate against Isaac. Not a 100% chance, but a decent chance. Above 50%, which means that she could be interesting on defense. Worth considering. Worth considering. No magic defense glyph. But again, you know, all of her armor converts into strength anyway. Right? They solve the Ishmael Lara crit metas. I don't know that they do. Artum, I don't know that they do. You know, the video that I published earlier today, Ishmael's still going to crit without any boosts from artifact weapons or skills from Sebastian. Ishmael's still critting like 10% of the time. Still very strong. Still very strong. So say there's a chance? Yeah. A chance for a mage team to beat Isaac and also has a consistent win rate against both of the popular Lyria teams, I think is exactly the kind of thing that players should consider building. We're going to test that out in a little bit. Electra with Lyria? Sure. Tell my mom uses her with Yasmin, Folio, Artemis, and Xing Mao. Interesting. So Artemis is pretty dramatically different on mobile, but that's interesting. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah. Is it just me who thinks she's overrated? No pain, it's not just you. I think that we're in a world where like a third of the new heroes are really worth leveling. One of the main reasons why I think that she was built. Like if I had to put my finger on exactly why Electra was added, and this is Facebook and web specifically. Let's talk about Facebook and web in a vacuum. Let's act like that mobile doesn't exist, okay? If the last handful of heroes that you've released, a lot of them have been magic damage or magic damage supporting heroes. I'm talking about Cascade. I'm talking about Augustus, even though it doesn't really work with Cascade. Folio. You have Lyria, who helps to counter some of the physical teams. Not really a mage team. You know, a player that is interested in building mage teams might want to be leaning into a tank that boosts magic damage as well. You know, why not? So I think it kind of makes sense with the era of Hero Wars that we're in. Not the era as in like because she's good at countering a certain team that exists now, but like because they've released a handful of mage heroes, magic attack and magic supporting heroes. I think that's probably why they considered her for this opportunity. You know, she's a magic defense reducing hero on mobile as well. Doesn't do magic attack buffing, but I don't know. I just think that might be more why she was released now as opposed to a different hero. I don't know that there's a really big question that she solves directly, if that makes sense. But I do want to test this out real quick. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for something. I found it though. Okay, back to what we were doing. Back to what we were talking about here. I need Ishmael and I need what? I guess Aiden. I'm not sure that Aiden is the correct hero for this, but close enough. Let's see. Oliver, Fenris, Albus. People like to put Vex. I don't. And Merlin. Whatever. Team Pet, Axel. Sure. So again, this is max testing. Let's be very clear. This is max testing. Magic attack team. Let's see. Helios, Orion, and Martha. This was shared to me earlier today. There it is. Chorus, Biscuit, Axel, and there we go. There we go. So the thought process is that Ishmael only attacks the front line. So if you're building a couple of mages, you're going to see some success if you can keep Ishmael from blowing up your front line. And here is a pretty solid team that beats this Ishmael, Lyria, Lara Croft team. I don't know that specifically Electra is what enables this, and I immediately get a loss. That's funny. So it's not a 100% win rate, apparently. Not a 100% win rate. Definitely not. Let's try another variation with Augustus and not Martha. We are going to keep Orion in here, actually. In this instance, Orion's going to have Chorus, Cascade Merlin, Augustus, Biscuit, and Helios is going to get... Nope. Helios is going to get Axel. Merlin, there we go. Looks like the losses were timeout. Oh, interesting. Yeah. James Long, I also can beat this team all the time. Right. This is just... It's just one of those things, just showing, what kind of thing that we could be dealing with. And not a 100% win rate. Now, me personally, the team that I use against this line is something completely different. It's more akin to the more traditional for 2025 way to counter. And that is I'm using Amira, Dorian, Polaris, Aiden, and Iris to beat this team. Okay. There's a lot of different ways to beat this Ishmael team, but this is one of the ways that I would consider. But instead of using Iris, the reason why you bring Iris to a team like this is because you need something to finish off that Ishmael. Amira is going to be really good at blowing up the enemy team there. We're going to do Team Pet Axel. Chorus. Yeah, let's switch this to Merlin. I don't think that actually matters that much. Now, let's put this back on Chorus. And then, nope. Yeah. So my thinking is using Electra here instead of Iris could serve a couple of purposes. Instead of leveling up another damage-dealing mage, you can level up a strength-based hero instead. Okay, and you might be like, oh, you need Sebastian or Chorus to combat, Lara Croft's stuns. Well, you don't really. And then you use Electra's damage output to help finish off that Ishmael at the end. So I like this variant to counter this Ishmael team a lot. Well, it's not a 100% win rate though. Not even close to 100. Okay. Yeah. So then the other team, let's see, the other team that everybody is curious about is the is this one right here. Let's see. So I think we go Oliver, Biscuit, Fenris, Albus, Vex, I think. And then the team pet can go a lot of different ways. Axel could be good. I think Vex could be good. But let's just leave it at that. So I was curious, actually, if this team could be good against that team. Okay. This Electra completely nullifies all of the stacking magic or armor penetration that Tristan can do. And so this is another thing that I was looking at. If I thought that Electra was worth leveling, it is going to be because of this kind of situation right here. Does the Amira, Aiden, Dorian, Polaris team also beat this line if I sub in Electra instead of the fifth hero that I usually use, which is either Iris or Heidi? It seems like it's winning this time. We haven't won yet, of course. We have a lot of protection for Electra here. A lot of protection. Polaris's Frost Shield kind of counters Electra's reflectability a little bit. But, I mean, here we are. You know, here we go. Again, you know, because all these people like to put Vex on Lara Croft, the stun doesn't really matter as much. Right? So now you have not a perfect win rate, but a pretty decent win rate, a pretty high win rate against this Tristan, Lyria, Galahad team. You know, not 100% win rate. Not 100% win rate. So that could be an efficient team for somebody to build. Because this team very often beats both of the popular Lyria teams. So then the problem then is defense, right? The problem is defense. And if this beats these two, it might lose to this team on defense, you know, because this team being attacking first. But it also has a decent win rate against Isaac teams. Can I show info for one of this? Sure. Electra's damage output is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Surprising, actually. Yeah. So if I were to say one way or the other, you know, should you level up Electra? To me, this is a very efficient team to build. Amira, Aiden, Polaris, Dorian, Electra. Now, the problem is there's no agility heroes here. But the good news with that, what I really love about that, is you could put all of your agility-based resources into Sebastian and then Isaac. All right? Sebastian and then Isaac. Or Lara Croft, if you've got her. Or Nebula, important support hero. But this team having a pretty high win rate, again, not 100%. This team having a pretty high win rate, I like it. I like it. Do I think that you need to level up Electra for this? I mean, I'll tell you this. Before Electra was added, this core set of heroes had a hard time with this line. Like if you used Heidi here, for example, it has a much lower win rate. Much lower. Watch, I'm still going to win right here. Yeah. So there you go. Much lower win rate. Let's see, retry. You wouldn't traditionally use a Mira tank versus this line anyway, because, you know, part of what makes Tristan so good is he's just lowering the armor of your first line hero. You also might consider using Iris in this team, or maybe, you know, swapping out Polaris for different things. This would be Biscuit, for example. I was picked in the previous live, but I couldn't rep because I was out for the time I was picked. No, unfortunately, you do not. You have to be here. You have to be here to get to be part of the team. Yeah. So you get close to winning, but you don't actually win. So what I really like about Electra is she enables my core team. She enables my core team here to beat both of the popular Lyria teams. Both of them. Right? Aiden, Amira, Dorian, Polaris. Just add Electra. And you're beating both of the popular Lyria teams. So then the question, you know, defense, right? No team is unbeatable. We're not trying to say that my Electra team here is unbeatable. That's not at all what we're trying to say. Okay, let's be very clear. Every team can be beaten. I'm talking about efficient leveling. So if we have this, where is my Amira? Am I blind? There you are. Pet, Axel. If I have this Amira team on, let's see, Chorus, Merlin, Mara. If I have this Amira team on defense, okay, you just kind of use the really, really fast attacking DPS teams. Not Lyria, by the way. not Lyria. So the Dante, Orion, Augustus, Aiden, or whatever. Like, this team should just blow this team up, right? Kane, Axel, sure. This team should just completely destroy it. It should. Putting a Qingmao team in the front. I started to say, hold on a sec. So this team is definitely beatable on defense, right? Qingmao also would dominate this team pretty hard. But if you're in a server and all people have leveled up are just Lyria teams, then this is a strong team. This is why I'm leveling up Electra, and this is why one of the reasons why I would recommend to level up Electra, if there was one, is this team can easily beat both of the popular Lyria teams. Now, just way too many heroes to level. James, I hear you. Yep. Is it a new meta team? First of all, let's not call anything meta. Let's call not anything. What, you want to do this? You want to do this again? Yeah, see, it's mostly T3 Dist. It's mostly going to lose against this team. This Dante team it's still pretty good. Yeah. Let's draw some names. Anthony Smith. Oh my goodness. Absolutely rigged. Arian, no, I cannot. You need a Mira to counter Lara Croft. Supposedly. Probably could work. What about Electra, Cascade, Polaris, Orion, and Helios? I tried that team. Hannah, I tried that team earlier. It's a good team. How's Electra versus Maestro? Mo, I haven't tested her yet. Haven't tested her yet. Burned H4331. Electra versus Mira. Oh, we have to test that. We have to test that out. Payne, we have to test that out. Yeah, let's test that out. Does Electra work with physical attack teams? Yeah, Tichu, she's going to be better, slightly better with magic teams, but she's going to be just fine with physical teams. The thing about physical teams, agility heroes have higher armor than the average hero does, and strength heroes have average higher health than the average other hero does. So a hero that is able to block 40% incoming damage for large chunks of the fight, Electra blocks 40% of the damage dealt to her allies for large chunks of the fight. Like 10-second chunks of the fight, she's just reducing 40% damage. Intelligence-based heroes have the lowest health and the lowest armor. So, she is definitely better for mage teams, but just like any tank, she'll be fine for physical teams as well. I can definitely see her being used with Lyria and Tristan. I can definitely see... Actually, we should probably test that out, where she stands. Let's actually take a look at that here. Create hero battle, max. Let's do Electra, Martha. And we're going to attack into it with Mira, Martha. Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm actually really curious to see what happens. Does Amira's wish steal the defense? Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Because, oh, well, he's getting it. But he's not. Okay. So Amira doesn't steal. So here's the question. Was, Amira has this wish. Here we go. The Illusory Alliance grants a wish to enemies with a string stat, conjuring a superior ally for them and forcing them to transfer all buffs to that ally. So it looks like Electra is putting the shield, the 40% shield up for all allies, including that little totem. So yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Remy counters everyone. Yeah. She's kind of replacement for Aurora if you fight against Lyria. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Certainly. Is she going to make different or like difficulties for some teams? I think that she's going to be superior. I think that this is going to be the team. Like the team that I would use, that I'm going to use in Area of Conquest, because of how well she defeats that, because of how well that Electra team beats both Lyria versions, the Lyria Ishmael version and the Lyria Galahad Tristan, because of how well this team beats both of those, I will 100% be bringing this team in Area of Conquest. 100%. Can Electra protect mages from Isaac? Yes. Yes, they can. Yep. Sure can. Let's set up a little defense test here. So let's do Orion. Let's go ahead and do Cascade. Let's really lean into the mage damage of it all. Let's do Helios. Of course, we're going to do Electra, Augustus, and Team Pet Chorus. Let's go with Chorus here. Axel, Merlin, and that should be good. Okay, so if I attack into this team with Sebastian, Isaac, let's do Dante Nebula. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this team can win. This team can win against Isaac. But the win rate isn't that good. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe this is a poor choice to set up on defense. Okay, maybe this was a poor choice for defense. Just kidding. Maybe you can't protect against Electra or against Isaac. But I don't see a lot of roaming Duash team. Okay, I don't see a lot of roaming Isaacs in Area of Conquest. You know what I mean? Let's do Kane. Cascade sucks, guys. Don't use mage teams on defense. Let's attack into that. Let's attack into my team with that. Actually, let's attack into that team with this. Let's see what happens. Typical streamer luck, yeah. Who is her counter? You don't need to consider a counter to Electra. She just has a lot of health. There's nothing special about her. She's a tank like anything else. You just got to get through her health, right? Single target damage, or completely ignore her and attack her allies, you know. See, what I like about my team is Amira don't care about Isaac. Amira don't care about Isaac. There you go. This is why Isaac is necessary. Can you put on... Yeah, we could try that team. Sure. Sure. Let's do... Qingmao, Kira, and Zhu? Mara, I guess. Oh, wait. Isaac, Zhu, Sebastian. Isaac. Sure. Kane or Axel? One of those two. See you, James. Lars, Maya, Kayla. That could be fun. $231K. Yeah. You don't really want to bring a lot of crit heroes against Amira. Zhu, of course, doesn't care about Amira. And I imagine silence stops a lot of Electra. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Simuse, no worries. So does she help Magic Team at all? Yeah. So the thing is like, again, like to kind of wrap things up. Final verdict for this live stream. She's more of a magic tank than a physical tank. But she's going to work for both. I'm not really sure that anybody needs to level her for any particular reason. She's going to be a good tank no matter what. But she's got this artifact weapon that increases magic attack, right? What do I need? I need 61 of these. I think I need 61. Oh, I was off by 13. Whoops. Do I think the event's going to be expensive? Yeah. It's going to be the same exact event as the Cascade event. Same exact event. Oh, it's more than 60. It's 200 and something. I am dumb. Seems that she doesn't protect. No, that's the thing is she does. All of her skills are wrapped up in protecting her allies. 40% damage reduction for 15 seconds of the fight in large chunks. All right, blocks damage for 10 seconds, and then this makes it so that this damage block and another 5 seconds during the fight, all allied heroes' damage is reduced by 40%. Right? So she is protecting her allies' damage. She's going to be really strong against teams that rely on like a lot of low area of effect damage. But then again, you know, we just saw her lose to Kira, Isaac. Yeah, probably good for Maestro because of anti-control. Could be. Yeah. I think that's very valid. We'll have to play with her a little bit. Level up our gifts. Let's draw another name here. Michael Singh. Michael Singh, 6158. I'm going to pull this off to the side here, so I can level up my Electra a little bit more. I wish she went undead. Yeah, I'm surprised she's not undead. Very surprised. So that's that. I guess we keep cranking our glyphs up. I'm definitely going to run out of glyphs. I'm probably going to have to buy more glyphs during her event. Maybe not. Maybe not. My main team is Mushi, Arachne, Kayla, Polaris, and Martha. I find Kayla sweeps the back and then Martha, Arachne, and... Yeah. Okay. Armor. Magic penetration. I see the last new hero this year. Some people are saying that we're going to get a Winterfest hero, but I don't really know what that means. Or how they know. Okay, Michael is not here. How about Valentine in the Mine? Valentine in the Mine. Boom. Electra, Corvus, Morgan, Satori, and Octavia. That's a Hero Wars Alliance team, a mobile team. Winterfest Asherona. Oh, actually, here's a fun thing. Some third-party players, some third-party users, another YouTuber, I'm not going to say who, another YouTuber has discovered that they have added Sigurd and Nova's skins to the game files. You've broken the Titan test fights by adding Sigurd and Nova's new skins to the library. So apparently Sigurd and Nova, when you do max testing, Valentine, I got you. Whenever you do max testing with Sigurd and Nova, their stats are now artificially higher, because the game files are including an additional Sigurd skin, probably the mechanical skin, and an additional Nova skin, probably the mechanical skin. The reason why I think that they're mechanical and all of that is because we have Moloch mechanical skin for tank. We have Angus mechanical skin for tank, and then both of the Marks people, Silva mechanical skin and Vulcan mechanical skin, right? So if you are testing, if you are doing Titan fight testing against Nova and Sigurd, be aware that the game is showing that they have more skins than what's actually available in the game right now. What's more is we know that December 17th is when the skins are going to be added. So, how does this player know this stuff? Believable. Shrug. Bob Cousin 3364. Do you think Ninja will be again at Winterfest, like same what they did with Laura? Ninja could be. Oh, Pauly T, do we got to talk about the Gus Sapphire Medallion thing? Do we got to talk about that? If we do that, it's going to be some pretty heavy victim blaming. I'm going to be honest with you. If we get into that, I'm going to do some pretty heavy victim blaming. I'm not sure that we really should get into that. How could they know when they're going to come out? Great question, T3 Dist. Great question. How do they know? Bob is here, web player. Ooh, Komen Gagu. Oh my goodness. I can't even. I don't even know how to pronounce all this. Nobody uses Ninja Turtles. I use the Ninja Turtles in my Aurora team. I do. Nice. And now we use a red gifted a minion. Let's go ahead and max our Electra real quick. There you are. Red gifted a minion can be used on Electra. Claim. Boom. Red 3 Electra Von Grave. Missing 300 soul stones. I'll get that during the Electra event. Maxed skills. Maxed skin. Maxed glyphs. Maxed Gift of the Elements. Ascension and artifacts are all that's left. And we'll work on those at a different time. Yeah, we can work on them now. We're still drawing some winners. Still get some winners going. Let's keep it going. We need 716. Let's get it done. Too much. Exchange. Okay. Should get me into the blue. Looks like I have enough blue. Okay. I don't have enough blue. Okay. We need 215. Okay. Go ahead and get into the orange. Get into... And we're going to stop at 100. I actually should have enough red to get her there. I should. Okay, Komen is not here, so let's draw a new name. How about Moss for Misley? All the Tournament of Power people are crying right now. Yeah, I don't really believe in Tournament of Power, though. Don't believe in it. I don't think it exists. I think it's made up. Imaginary. Would it be better to spend all of this during Tournament of Titan Power? Yes. Would it be better to spend all of this during an event where I could take advantage of leveling up this hero? Yes. Like a Legacy of the Great Ones wants me to level up artifacts. Absolutely it will. Absolutely it will. The thing is, though, is I know that the Electra event is going to have me level this stuff up for task. I know that it's going to have me level it up. So leveling it up now instead of during the Electra event doesn't really make any difference, because I'm gonna level it up during the Cascade event. I'm sorry, the Electra event, so that I can get the totem fragment and the red gifted dominion and all of that. I'm going to. So, why not do it now for the video? Ah, Moss from Isley's here. Nice. Okay. We're not done yet, so we're going to keep rolling. Jerkers Cogberg. Jerk, are you here? It's going to show you what not to do. Even then, I still think that I'm right here. Because I would be leveling up Electra during the Electra event, and I'm going to get credit for it. Leveling her during the event will be a heck load. Yeah, Payne, I'm going to automatically get all of the rewards for leveling up as soon as the event goes live. So I'm doing it now for the video. All right. A lot of good content today, though. A couple of good videos last me through the weekend. Should be good. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Lara Croft skins can be leveled with agility skin stones. Is Electra a better choice than Rufus for Mage Team? I think so. I think Rufus is no longer useful. I think Rufus is useful in an Iris popular world, and I don't think Iris is popular right now. What are the pet choices for Electra? That's a good question. Jerk, I got you. What are the pet choices? Electra. Here we go. Oh, wait. I gotta go into a fight. So let's go attack. There we go. Here are the pet choices. Typical tank choices. If you're going up against the team that doesn't do a ton of frontline damage, you can bring Merlin. It's super obvious that Oliver is the best choice here. Super obvious that Oliver is the best choice. But I think Axel or Biscuit are both also really, really good choices. I like Oliver. Let's change our defense. Yeah. Fun. Well, let's finish maxing her, and then we'll... not maxing her. We're not going to be able to max her. We're going to be able to get pretty close, though. Artifacts. We're going to leave them at 100 for now. Ascension. Let's see how much we can do with Ascension. See, I am getting credit for unlocking Ascension Glyph. Payne, I use Polaris every single day. I'm not sure what you mean by that comment. I use Polaris every day. Every day. Oh, that's the bonus skill. We don't have a lot of blue. We don't have a lot of blue, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so we need some blue strength crystals. Do I have any more? I don't. Seems like a waste, but we're going for it. It's so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. But I'm trying to max. I'm trying to max my girl here. Trying to max my girl. Don't ever do that, guys. Don't ever do that. Don't ever use those chests on wish crystals. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Can I get... I can't. Are you kidding me? No. Well. 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 All right, let's try out our almost maxed Electra in the arena. Let's see what we can do. We got a Ziri on defense here. Going up against this Isaac team. Very curious to see how it's going to work. Let's see how my mage team with Electra works against Isaac. This is not my... Oh, this is not the team. Forget I just did that, guys. Forget I just did that, okay? Forget that that ever happened, okay? Forget that that ever happened. We have to use the new hero, okay? Forget that happened. Ugh. Dorian, Polaris, Electra, Amira. Forget that happened, okay? Everybody wipe that from your brain. Axel, War Flag, Readiness. Let's see. Oliver, Axel, Chorus, Merlin, and Mara. Go. This guy's using Ninja Turtles on defense. We're about to ult. Oh, yeah. Give me the pain. She says, give me the pain. Give it all to me. And here comes the big reflect. Here comes the big reflect. Boom. Very nice. Very nice. She said, give me the pain. I like the pain. Steve is a sacrifice. Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steve. We got Astaroth on defense here. Top 25 arena. Astaroth on defense. He's my guildie, though. What is the best patronage pet? I like Oliver. I like Axel. Here comes the ult. Give me the pain. Give me the pain. And here it comes. Whammy. Didn't do hardly anything there. Astaroth. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. There we go. Whoa. That was a crit. Holy. That was a huge hit. Wow. Interesting defense. Okay. Okay. That's a bummer. All right, let's avoid Steve, all right? Steve knows what's up. Steve knows what's up. I'm not sure how I could have beat that team. That was quite the critical hit. Is that what it is? Do I need to swap to Chorus for this team? Since I'm not using Iris, I need to use Chorus instead. Since I'm not using a Mira tank. You know what? That's probably true. Axel's probably unnecessary here. In fact, I wonder if Axel Team Pet is actually causing some kind of conflict with... I wonder if you're not... Are you supposed to not use Axel Team Pet with Electra because of the way that her damage share works? Because, yeah, you shouldn't use Axel Team Pet with Electra, right? Because if she's actively taking all of the damage, or 40% of the damage that your team is doing, and moving it to her, Axel's just distributing it again, right? Yeah. So this is the problem with Ishmael sometimes. You just time out against him. We're going to lose because we're going to time out against this Ishmael. No, we're not. We win. We win. Okay. Yeah, so don't use... Let's just switch to Chorus. Yeah, you... do not use Axel. Do not use Axel with this guy. Right? You don't want to use Axel. Axel completely negates a lot of what Electra does. Mira ult slower. Yep. Sure does. Sure does. Ult slower. But that's okay. When you only need one, maybe two ults, it's fine that she ults slower. I mean, my team is a double healer team. It's designed to be slower. The timing is really messed up with the Mira, though. I'm sorry, with Polaris. Like her ult timing, Amira's wish damage going out, and then Polaris's ult timing is really, really thrown off. Should be able to finish this off, though. Maybe. Oh, my gosh. 4 seconds. I can see that we're going to be timing out a lot with this team. Maybe swapping to the magic penetration. Maybe swapping to the magic penetration artifact or pattern will be necessary. Yeah. Sir Turbo, I bet you could. I bet you could. Doesn't do well against mage teams. Interesting. Interesting. Doesn't do well against mage teams. You don't really see a mage team like this on defense too much. But still, interesting that this doesn't do well. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Whatever. Shouldn't have any issue beating this team. There you go. Meta Slayer. Taserface. World first rank 1 arena. World first rank 1 arena with Electra. Probably not. Amira Electra is a trap. Yep. Yep. Stopping the big damage output from somehow having Astaroth in this Ishmael team makes me lose. Somehow having Astaroth on this Ishmael team causes me to lose, and it's frustrating. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's okay. Can't win them all. Best head-to-head tank would be Aurora. Freaking Ishmael. Okay. Well, I'm starting to think that you just cannot beat. If you can get a revive up, you just can't do it. That's crazy to me. Maybe I need to drop Dorian. For Morgan. Huh. Cascade would probably be better, but I don't have Cascade leveled up. No. There we go. No, I don't use Dante. I don't like Dante. There we go. Rank 1. Rank 1. There we go. Listen, this weekend, guys, do not add to the population. Do not subtract from the population. What if I mimic the same team? I mean, maybe. But I don't have Ishmael leveled up either. Come Monday, please do not find yourself in the hospital or the newspaper or jail. But if you do find yourself in jail, establish dominance quickly. Yeah. If I drew your name today, please contact me on Discord. Information is in the description. Or contact me on email, herowarcentral@gmail.com. Doggo went for a walk. She sleeps most of the morning, and then, like, right before my live stream, she's like, it's time to go for a walk. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.